Marlins hosting the Tigers, and the Tigers are plus 130 on the money line. The Marlins are minus 155. The over-under is 7.5 runs. The Tigers, getting a run and a half on the run line, are minus 170, meaning if you bet them that way and they win this game outright, you'd win. They lose by 1, you win. And the Marlins, laying a run and a half on the run line, are plus 140, meaning if you bet them that way, they must win by 2. Neither one of these pitchers have pitched against the opposing team either last year or this year. The Tigers are 3-7 as a team in Olsen's last 10 appearances. They've lost his last 4 appearances. They have thrown him in relief as well, so that does factor in there. He's averaging 3 2/3 innings pitched and 3.9 strikeouts per game in those games. In the last 5 games that he has started, the Tigers are 3-2 in those games, but they have lost the last 2 that he pitched in with a 2.4 ERA. He has struck out when it decides that it wants to load for me. 5 batters, 2 batters, 9 batters, and 8 batters, giving up 5 runs, 2 runs, 1 run, 1 run, and 3 runs. That's in his last 5 starts. For Garrett, the Marlins are 8-2 in his last 10 games. They've lost his last 2. He's averaging 5 innings pitched and 6.4 strikeouts per game in those games. Now, in his last 5 starts, the Marlins are 3-2 as a team. He's averaging 4 2/3 innings pitched. They've lost his last 2 starts, like I said. And if we go over to the strikeouts, we've got 5, 3, 6, and 2. He has a 3.4 ERA. And in those games, in his last game, he allowed 6 runs. The game before that was 4. The game before that was 3. The game before that was 3. The game before that was 1. Head-to-head, the road team is on a 3-game winning streak. The road team is 8-2. The Marlins are 6-4. The underdog is 7-3 on the money line. The underdog getting a run and a half on the run line is 8-2. There have been 5 one-run games in their last 10 meetings. The over is 5-4-1, and the over 7.5 runs is 6-4 in their last 10. The last series that they played against each other was in 2019, a 3-game series in Detroit, and the Marlins won all of those games, 5-4, 6-3, and 5-2. So obviously the Marlins are on a 3-game winning streak against them. The Tigers are getting their ass kicked right now in the second game of the doubleheader to the Angels 8-2. So as of right now, they are 2-2 in their last 4, but it's looking like they're going to be 1-3 in their last 4. So if we include the game that they're playing right now, they beat the Giants 5-1, then lost 7-6, then lost the first game 6-0, and more likely than not, they're going to lose the game that they're playing right now, which is 8-2. For the Marlins, they are 2-8 in their last 10, 2-2 in their last 4, losing to the Rockies 4-3, beating the Rockies 4-3, then losing to the Rays 4-1, and then beating the Rays 7-1. I think this is going to be too many games in too many days for the Tigers, and I think the Marlins will take advantage of that. I'm going to take the Marlins with the money line. I'm going to take the Marlins laying the runs, and I'm going over. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.